Uh, cool. So we're about to start the finals. On the bottom of the screen is Jeff Black Sun, and on the top, I gotta change that. Is not Brian Fred. It is Brad. I'm not gonna take an attempt at spelling his last name, so we'll call him Brad R. Inhold. Cool.
REI. Yeah, that's
E before I. Yoda meaning
except
space.
after R.
Jeez, you guys have this streaming setup so fancy. There's like a scrolling banner, hand cams.
We got 2 angles.
Cool. Yeah, that set your course deck. We're gonna see that next game. I mean, there was nothing I could do. I'm not. He had rock. I had scissors, and I felt like I played well all weekend. I lost that auto loss, and that's fine.
Yeah, there wasn't much you could do for sure.
All right. So, what are you guys' thoughts on this matchup?
I don't know. It's weird.
Back to tank is in hand. It's an expensive card to play.
It's a weird deck. The Squadron Assignments deck.
Yeah.
He has room for back to tank in his deck.
Yeah, I saw it on a verify. It's now in his opening hand. It's just all his ground guys are really expensive. I guess if you lose wedge in space, you can pull him back for 3 and deploy him for 1 or something. So if you're fighting over space, but yeah, his Jedi's are real expensive.
I'd expect. I feel like agents would win. The thing that I'm interested in is how the space is going to go.
Right. So agents being able to be flipped all game because Luke is up in space, and so that means agents is getting 2 pings from their objective plus gets to peek at their reserve and their force pile, all that stuff. Like that's a huge advantage.
I know that Brad does play the effect to limit damage during the control phase.
So maybe he knocks it down to 1. But Black Sun should be at a lot of battlegrounds.
Yeah, but if he can, it'll be interesting if he plays Malstare here, because I could see him not wanting to play it so that there's only 2 possible battleground systems. And I don't know if he'd be able. Does he play a few maneuvers? Like he wouldn't be able to move
from 7 to 0.
Yeah.
Falcon and Air 5 are both 6s. Stubley says he wants to spread in space, so back does his answer for doing that safely. Malastare is a 6?
It's a 3.
A 3, oh. Yeah, so there's X-Wing cannons in here that could make it tough for Zuckuss and Mist Hunter and Ellison Hithra, but obviously they don't do anything versus Jabba's Space Cruiser or Fist. So we see Jeff. He did quietly observing for a MIT and Dr. E combo. Brad did a spin. I didn't see which ship he took. And now we have Jeff pulling the Emperor sight and presumably checking if Vigo is in there. It is. So I'll pay 2 for him and 1 for a sight. And then that sight gets another sight. We're going to see them both move over free. We saw Brad play the Professor Shield, so Emperor won't be free. And a do or do not and a grabber. My guess is he walklings for a projection of a Skywalker and puts that on the site to stop the drain so he doesn't have to pull battle plan himself. You guys still there? I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I was just
have you been commentating all day? Are you tired now? Yeah. So you're 5 games in and tired.
Well, I didn't commentate the very first game.
Oh, okay. is Jeff running space in his light side? In Jeff's light side, it's a Qui-Muning. It has a Bips and a landing claw, so he will be able to block one of the set your course drains and set up resistance or ultimatum a little bit easier.
Sorry about that. I am back.
Oh, that is helpful. Yeah, blocks a drain, and then gets him to his. I assume he plays 1/2/2.
Plays a 2/2 in the farm.
2/2 in a farm.
Yeah.
Did you guys talk about? I feel like this is a bad matchup for Brad.
Yeah, because Luke's in space, so Black Sun's flipped the whole game.
Yeah.
Definitely bad. But he projections a site as expected. He's going to eat a ping from the objective. And then Jeff's just going to be looking to set up Emperor and Shadow's ping. And so Jeff just put down a card and is peeking at his force pile.
Do you think he'll put out his sights and go there instead of trying to attack?
No, I think he has to go to Coruscant.
Yeah, probably.
He's got a very split destiny. Like, he's got a lot of 1s and a lot of 5s in the light side. It's like he's got all wings and, like, we wish to board at once and X-Wing guns and that sort of stuff for 5s. And then he's got, like, Anakin, DOS, 2 Mace, 2 Qui, like a lot of 1s.
Kit Fisto.
Yeah, that's a 2, I think. But either way, like it's definitely interesting. Like there was a game I played against Brad yesterday too. The space with I was playing Shadow Collective, and there was turns where he'd draw like 5/6 for Destiny, and then there was turns where he'd draw like 1/1. So super split.
Yeah, I feel like Qui-Muning or any of these decks have a lot of really low destiny.
Especially like space variants are, they have a hard time fitting in.
It for me, this type of deck just doesn't. It feels it goes against how you'd want to play this platform, because you put out locations and you give up icons, and then you're playing not card efficient combos like guys and ships and stuff. So, but it's been effective for him. So, what do I know?
Oh, we see X-Wing guns, a blaster deflection, a Padme. Looking at Brad's hand there. Oh, that's weird. Emperor Darrow. Oh, you know what? I bet there was a specific card he wanted from his force power when he peaked. So he's gonna spin Darrow and then he's gonna Shadows ping. He could have just drawn into it though. Maybe he wants the option of being able to choose Or's bounty at that site. So Brad,
Emperor and Darrow, name a more iconic figure or combo.
I cannot see Brad's lost pile. I'm gonna.
Tell us about
it's
it.
just shiny. It's still there. There's 3 piles there. Oh, he lost a sorry non-combo to the Shadows ping. I think it got exactly the laugh it deserved.
And you're too tired to give good delivery.
So Jeff just basically, after deploying Sight, Emperor, Darrow, moving over Ping, he just drew and saved some. So he's got a big hand. He's like, Light's not doing anything. He reveals Luke. He does the same thing actually he did with me. Is he looks for a location with Yoda Muning, and there's not one there. He must have this Sight in his hand, and then he flashes just so he can check before squadron assignments. And flashes red 5 for Luke.
And where does Luke go? Mouse?
Camino.
Camino?
Yeah.
And then does he put a Jedi down somewhere? Got the play? Maybe like
Back to
Qui-Gon?
tank. All right. This pays the
Back
4
to
for the back to tank. And what chance? Which is not going to do anything right now. unless he goes to
So
a
he-
second system. Oh, and he does a sand card. He forgot to
So he
shuffle,
does
but it
have an
was just
answer.
shuffled.
To limit the damage.
Yeah, they're saying you didn't shuffle, but it was already shuffled from getting the Luke. So, are they gonna make him take those two back and shuffle them? It looks like they're. Which spies Jeff has? Jeff does not have Erica because he revealed with quietly observing a Mitt and EVP Mara. He Probot and Afra he will have, and he'll also have an Ellis in terms of getting over to that Camino site.
He's a Doctor E combo too.
Uh, does he?
Yeah, he played it.
In a previous game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then he must not have.
He might have. I think he swapped. He
He
said
must have
he
changed from
swapped something
yesterday.
out.
He must have changed
Yeah.
from yesterday. Yesterday he had Mitt. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he cut Mitt.
Okay. So then I wonder if he went back from Space Cruiser to two different
He
ships.
has Alice and Hinthra now.
Yeah, he had Ellis, Space Cruiser, Fist, and whoa! Thanks for subscribing, Scott, for 34 months. Just 3 more to go until you get Jerry's favorite number. So battle plan comes out, and we're gonna see a ping of 2 with the objective. We're gonna probably see Emperor pull a Force Lightning and use that to peek at his Force pile. And if you are dark right now, you're happy to see Luke is out because him and Wedge canceling your destiny is super annoying. So, especially because Black Sun with Luke not out, Black Sun adding to attrition is really good. Does that work in space? I think it does.
It
Works
does.
everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. So Black Sun, the flip side of it, says for each Black Sun agent in a battle, attrition against opponent is +1. So that'll really help negate the Yoda's Hut text. But yeah, if you can get up into a battle and Wedge is with Luke and canceling it's super annoying. But if Luke's already down, you can just kind of go down and avoid him. I think Eric's idea of keeping the just 2 systems would have been helpful, but I think he wanted activation.
Yeah, and not to mention the 7 side kind of makes you feel like a god with all the other deck manipulation you can do.
Yep.
So that's a good feeling. Like, oh, I drain it too. Oh no. Like, I'm gonna sink 6s back and see everything in my force pile.
Looks like Jeff just did a force push. I'm guessing he didn't have a ship, and he knows he needs to establish space so that you can't pay 3 to drain 1, pay 3 to drain 1. So he wants to get to space so that he can drain for free. It'll give him his 3rd battleground for shadows.
Best
Probably
ship
wants
for
Falling
him would be
Fist
the
too.
Space Cruiser, right?
Well, if he cut Mitt, I mean, yeah, the problem with the fist is it can't run. So Space Cruiser is a capital, and it can just kind of run back and forth between any of the systems. Ooh, he's going for the blowout. Wonder if he has Forlom in hand also. That's what I'm guessing. Of course, Luke can just go to the back to tank, but if you can kill the ship too. Oh, crack.
Isn't the ship immune?
Fully immune, yeah.
Fully immune, but if you draw a bunch of destiny and outpower it. Interesting.
There's no way you saw that coming.
This seems bad for Darkseid. It seems greedy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 4 is 13, and Fet's 3 16 to 6. So down by 10. So like Luke and 3. Luke to the tank.
Yeah, that does not seem that bad.
Looks like, yep, there's 3, and there's Luke.
Especially with now that 2 of his really good ground characters are stuck in Zuckuss.
He better just run that Zuckuss, because that what do you call it? The X-Wing gun is just going to wreck him.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. He has sand effect.
Yeah, that was he just forgot about it. He's got so many effects over there. He was looking for back to tank. Yeah, he just forgot sand effect. And that was a really bad play by Jeff with knowing sand effect exists.
I mean, he ripped those destinies so quick.
Yeah.
Didn't even get him a chance to take a card off. Everyone plays faster in Seattle.
It's the air. Okay, so he does run. We see a Force Lightning pulled. Yoda pulls out the 2/2 sight. Dark has one Force saved, presumably for that Shizor's bounty. If Mace came down on, Vigo Shizor, you'd want to tell him no.
Mm-hmm. So back to tank.
I don't like that Jeff only has 2 shields out, Fanfare and Grabber. He needs to have, like, Secret Plans or Coward. I know that there's Sack in the light side deck. Oh, there's the Mace. There's the bounty for 1. Meditation and Jedi Lightsaber. Follow it up. And he reveals Wedge. Oh, they're going to go in front of Zuckuss.
With a gun, maybe?
Yeah. And does he still have 3 to... 1 to battle, 3 to fire, making
He's
immediately
got
lost.
quite a bit left. It looks like he has like 5 left.
Yeah, this was a bad play for Jeff, especially if he used the force push on the Zuckuss or the Fed or something, hoping to get some kind of blowout. He's ahead in the game. You don't need to play it that risky.
Mm-hmm. He's got a cannon and 2 rapid fires in his deck, or maybe 2 cannons.
1 plus 3 is 4. That's lost. Yeah, even though he draws a 1, it still doesn't matter. And then Brad recirculates. Yeah, Jeff's in trouble here.
And Mace is fully immune no matter what.
Right.
So that's pretty significant.
And it's going to be hard to outpower him when all your aliens are power -1, and then he's going to get 2 destiny. And he's obviously not going to sand card.
Mm-hmm.
Justin says, I would have drained for 1 and 1 and saved infinite. Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to go to space, but maybe with a different setup.
He's got drain 1, ping 1, ping 1.
Yeah, I mean,
Ping
he was pinging 2 with the objective. There wasn't a he got greedy. He's like, maybe I can just set him back so much, but didn't really do that much.
Mm-hmm.
The X-wing cannons, you just got to play around X-wing cannons, and he was just not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Zuckuss is your worst ship in the deck against this.
At least have like a 2/4 save for like a barrier or something to protect your Zuckuss.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he didn't have barrier in hand, or he would have done that. He could have just drawn a bunch, though.
Mm-hmm. Anyone know if he plays
Did he just pay to drain for 1? What is he doing? Moving, shadow ping, lose 1, moving. So now he's going to eat a drain of 1 at Malastair and 3 at Mace's site. So he's going to lose 4 here. Yeah. Letting Luke go to the tank so he can deploy him to the ground is... Oh, he's always thinking. Oh, and then he senses it. And then he senses it.
Wow.
Sack War. Sense is canceled. And now always thinking he needs to not draw a 1. Always thinking. How rude. They're talking through something. Oh, yeah, so lose 2 because the do it or not is out. 2 in the sense, and then he draws a 1 for the always thinking. Ouch.
Oh,
so
man.
He misses. That's rough. Now he's just so far behind in this match. Oh, no, he's not a plus. He's pointing at quietly observing. Django is not plus any from that. He was hoping. He was like, maybe he's +2. It still cancels the drain. Did judges checking on that? It was not sense. It was successful. It canceled the drain. It just missed the draw. Well,
this is not looking good considering the flip side too. Like,
It is not.
His communing versus Citric cores.
I feel like is my camera frozen? I don't know what I'm supposed
Yes.
to... Oh well. Let me see which.
It's been a wild weekend. You're gonna have to watch the VOD. The VODs. The VODs too.
Yeah? Has there been a lot of craziness on stream?
There has been.
Fun. I heard somebody on stream yesterday played a weapon lev, lost, but put it in their use pile.
That might have been the biggest blunder.
And then they won the game by 1.
Yeah. What was it?
Says he can at least retrieve the 1 ping back. If it's only a 1 ping. Right now, with what chance it's a 1 ping, and Luke can retrieve it back. Yes. Normally Black Sun should be on a lot more locations than... But right now, Light's on 3, Dark's only on 2. Dark has to be on more, so... Yeah. Yeah, and he can also top manipulate his lost pile, move stuff to the bottom with Yoda muning from his lost pile to retrieve more key stuff or higher destiny or whatever. He only, against me, was only ever using the peak on the force pile, not the lost.
He definitely needs to.
Yeah, Justin, you're right. He's not. He could have peaked at the top 2 in his.
The battle phase.
In his battle phase. And then he would have known there was the 2 and the 1. The problem is, even if he knew there was the 2 and the 1, he didn't know. So if he peeked and he saw 2-1, you don't want to wipe, because if you wipe him, then the 1's on top. If he doesn't have the sense, then you just draw the 1 and lose. So you have to leave the 2. But then at that point, you just shouldn't bother sensing, because you just let him sense and lose to do it or not.
No, because
but then you'll have to lose 3 to the
top.
drain. Yeah, but there's nothing you can really do at that point. As if you have 2-1, you're like...
Well, no, if he draws 2-1 and then he loses, he has to lose to the
Oh,
do
he
or
could
do not.
lose the 1 to the do or do not, yeah, and then draw blind. Yeah, that's true. The peak would have told him what to do. Yeah, he could have Emperor searched to shuffle also. But he might not have wanted to Emperor search because he wanted to make sure he didn't draw the 1, because he knew he would know he had a 2. But then once the sense is played, you lose to do or do not. But yeah, I don't think he peaked and knew that. So Jeff just pinged 1 with the objective, because what chance reduced it. He is... Looks like maybe going to play the fist or something.
Yeah, looks like it.
He's got to read back to tank, old school. It's very, very annoying to like battle and kill. You kill Wedge for 6 and boop, he comes back for 4 force.
Cold Feet's the counter, right?
Yeah, but it suspends it for a turn, or does it can't?
I think it
I'll
just
look
stops him from being pulled out.
No. Cold Feet.
Does
No,
it work again?
It doesn't. The legacy Cold Feet did. The current one only cancels Savrip or Surprise Assault.
Yeah, but it prevents you from taking something out of Lost Pile, but I don't think it actually goes to Lost Pile. It's instead of Lost Pile.
Yeah. Yeah, so it doesn't stop it. I see that part. I think Cold Feet used to actually cancel back to tank.
Yeah.
I might be wrong.
Oh, it does stop it?
Oh yeah, here's the legacy one. Jeez. Canceled. Don't forget the droids. It can wait. Surprise Assault or suspend back to tank. Patient remains on effect. Boshuda, Gunite, or Savrip for remainder turn. Yeah, so the old one suspended it. New one does not.
Cancel an attempt to remove a just lost character from opponent's Lost Pile.
Let me read back to tank. Back to tank says a non-droid you just lost may be placed here. Yeah, so it's still just lost. It still hits the lost pile. Yeah, so it would stop it.
Okay, cool.
If it said about to be lost, may be placed here, then it would never hit the lost. All right, so he went cruiser and 2 dudes. Brad drew a
Outside, don't you?
low enough a 3 that he was immune less than 5, so he killed Wedge to the back to tank. Um, I Oh, he needs to move. If he moves to Malastare, then it's a drain 2 instead of 1, and Wedge can't deploy to the X-Wing because there's no presence there. The icon's removed. But right now, if he
Yeah, that's
pops
a
out
good
Wedge, he
idea.
can deploy it. But if he
Mm-hmm.
runs away, Wedge can't deploy back on his ship, and then there's no X-Wing cannon.
Yeah,
He
that's smart.
100% needs to move this ship. He's not going to, though. Nope, he goes to his draw phase. Punting this game.
Seems that way, yeah.
Looks like he's got Forlom down in front of Mace, probably planning on disarming him.
He just knows he's probably gonna lose by about 28 on the other side. So
Yeah. The other side's gonna be rough.
I wonder if that's what he was thinking when he made that battle
Oh, that he
against Luke.
needed to go so risky to try and get an early space blowout. If he can kill Luke and ship or enough overflow, then maybe he can just get so far ahead in this game that to make the other side easier.
Yeah,
The other
but
side is a set your course versus Qui-Muning. And the set your course, like the turn I scooped against it with my late mains, he was gonna do 16 the next turn because I had voluntarily turned off ultimatum to try and get a Nabram beat down. But like, uh, even with ultimatum on, he would have done 11 or 12. So it just, yeah, it just
and
puts up
probably
a ton of
retrieve
space.
3 too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he retrieved like 12 over the course of the game, and yeah. If he doesn't use sand effect, maybe I have a chance. I think he just forgot about sand effect. I think they both did. But even here, if you disarm Mace, you're still like meditation is still, yeah. So he takes a drain of 2 from Luke, and Luke's gonna pay 1 to retrieve the saber that just got disarmed. And then he's going to take Wedge into hand, and then he's going to deploy him. And that's the mistake. Wedge should not have a good place to go to. But yeah, Brad did not save any in his reserve. He's just like, I'm not planning on battling. Falcon comes down with a pilot. Poe, maybe? Wedge deploy cost accurate. He's deployed 3, so it's 3 from the tank to take it out, and then he's deployed -2 on the ship, so it's 1 to redeploy him. So I wasn't paying attention to how many he used, but
Brad going for another record speed
Brad have
turn.
like 20 cards in hand, or is he just really low on life?
I think he's
I
drawn
think
a
he has
lot.
a big hand.
Yeah. Where is his hand cam? Those are really tiny.
Mm. He played that so quickly. I don't know if he only paid 1. Is it 1? Right? Wedge?
It's 3 to take him out and then 1 to deploy him
Mm-hmm.
on that ship. Who's on Falcon? I think it's Poe.
Oh, yeah.
Ellis, Vigo over for 5. Okay. The annoying thing about Forlom here is even if he cancels Mace's text, he still has immunity from business, right? Or is that just Qui-Gon?
Yeah. Yeah. It's Mace.
Business makes him completely immune. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But if he has Cad Bane, that would do it, I think.
That's true, because that cancels all immunity. But yeah, the fact that Forlom basically does nothing versus Jedi business is annoying. Alright, so he Shadows pinged 1, he drained 2 at the 2-0, he drained 1 at the other site.
Cad Bane is in space.
Oh, Cad's one of the guys on Space Cruiser. It's
wow.
it's the dude who draws the Eller's Matic for Darkseid. What's his name? He looks
Bannis Keeg.
Bannis Keeg, yeah, and Cad are the space dudes. He probably won't announce Cad Bane. Oh, that's savage. Just because Kieran's in the chat. To sigh. Alright, Forlom. I mean, I guess you try and overpower Mace, but how are you going to do that when he's going to get 2 Destiny to your 1 and your aliens are -1? Like, right now, the power is 2, 6, 10 to 5 because Disarm makes him -1. So he is up by 5. But Meditation's going to give him a 2nd Destiny, so.
But if he would just look at his
Did he just
reserve
use
deck,
what chance to reduce a drain at the Camino site to 1? I saw him pointing at it and pointing at the site, but I would assume they got it correct. I assume he was asking about it, and they said no. I think he had already lost 2, and then he asked if he could reduce it, and he was like, no. I thought I saw him lose 2.
come on, just check your battle destinies.
I think this is Jeff's first top 8 ever, so he's a little anxious. He's been
Yeah.
all weekend like. Was he peeling? Oh, he just sensed. What did he sense? I missed that.
He didn't. I
He
didn't see a
sends the
card
blaster
play.
deflection targeting of Forlong, I think.
What?
Okay, so he blaster deflection Forlong.
Why is Forlom even? I mean, you target. Sure, you can target him, but if they waste a deflection, you're like, okay, it's fine.
Is he baiting him? I feel like he's baiting him. Like he's blaster deflecting.
Right.
Like, oh, I
And then
don't
he
know,
lost a
he's not
sense in
fully
2 for no
immune.
reason. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Jeff probably forgot he's fully immune. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, odd moment coming up for the judge, like, because he can voluntarily not do his immunity, but Phil can't say like, "Hey, you're immune," unless one of them said, unless like Brad said like, "Oh, I'm not immune" or something. The judge could correct that. But if he just puts it in lost pile and says, "Oh, I have 3 attrition," okay, and loses it, then I mean, you can ignore your immunity. So
What is Did he not draw battle destiny?
Oh, he
I
drew.
think he was overpowered enough. Because he drew like a Leia, a DOS, and
He
something.
drew 2 1s.
Yeah, 1/1.
Oh,
So I think he was just overpowered enough. He decided to go ahead and lose the mace.
Yeah, he was 7 and
Oh, he's peeking at his hand
4,
because of
5,
the bounty.
6.
Jin,
She's are
Padme,
-1
Finn.
power, -2 from meditation.
1 leaders are forfeit. They're I thought it was just a forfeit. Yeah, now he's running. So he's gonna eat trains a 2/2 and retrieve 1.
I think it's forfeit -2 if they're
And then
if they have a permanent weapon or a leader or a maintenance cost.
disarmed and Qui-Gon are the 2 in reserve right now. He just did a search with something.
I think it's demotion.
Yeah, demotion. You're correct. I just said the wrong card. What just happened? He spun, and then he decides not to grab, I guess.
Activating.
Oh, because he already has something grabbed, I think. I don't know. Now Brad has to pay. Yeah, he has to pay, but you pay to drain 2 and 2. Pay to retrieve. Did I move to the war room turn 1? No, I went Luke to the Death Star 2/2.
Were you thinking about what virgins there at all?
The whole game was like 20 minutes. You can jump back. You should read the war room. Oh, does it make it harder to blow it up? Shit. I mean, shoot. he can't flip. Oh. Well, I'm gonna blame Hayes not prepping me on that. Yeah, I had the Wisa, but he drew a 5 plus 5 plus 2 from the sights was 12, greater than 8. I was like, Wisa's not doing anything here.
What?
So I needed to move to the war room, huh? Let me look up the war room.
That doesn't say anything about not flipping.
Well, not blowing up if it, war room V.
It does -1.
He can't flip and use. Okay, if he drew the 5. Yeah, yeah. It would have, yeah.
Oh, because of it makes it -1, right?
For every Death Star location you control. Yeah.
So it would have been -1 instead of +1 there. So it would have been 5, 10.
He had a character at Jeddah too.
10
or
and
a
-1 is
starship
9.
at Jeddah, so that's +1 too.
Yeah. Yeah, so I needed to go to both those sites.
And Wisa and one more. I think.
Yeah, okay. So him drawing 5 was just bad for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so out came Oro with Blaster to the Naboo 2-2. And Brad's 1 card in hand is a Hoojix. Jeff recirculates.
Why did Jeff just deploy a card?
He just drew up here. I don't know, because he had cards in hand anyway. Why isn't he putting a card down with his objective on Brad's turn? When Brad draws up in his draw phase, card down with objective.
It's fast and loose. We're playing in Seattle, you know? Just a different world. Wonder what he won by. Do we have anyone in the field?
I'll ask. No, now we got the set your course first Communing space next.
Yeah, I wonder if Jeff is getting put off his game. He doesn't play. He plays a lot on Gemp, so I don't know if he's used to playing in person. And then when Brad's playing so quickly, I don't know if he's really keeping up with everything.
Mm-hmm. Jeff won. But Jeff was at NPC. So, I mean, he has some live experience.
He wasn't at the NPC, was he?
Well, no, Worlds. He's at Worlds. I played him at Worlds. He's playing Bring Him Before Me. At Worlds or the NPC? I don't know. It was one of the two. He was at Nats and Worlds. Okay.
All right. The result was dark by 15.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be back. There will be like a 10-minute break or so. So we'll see you guys in a bit.
Right.
Yeah, game 2 will definitely be fast.
guys there?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, they came back. You get me instead of Joe.
Hi. How you doing?
Hello. Oh, Joe came back.
Oh, Joe's back.
No, I would much rather have Joe commentate this than Bill.
All right. Here we go.
Hey.
Oh, I did. All the viewers are going to be screaming for it any minute.
What's the over/under? Ask Bill on the time.
Hey, Bill.
How fast it's gonna go?
They're asking for an over/under on the time on how fast this will go. Jeff has Qui-Muning. He does have 25:45, and the over/under was 25. Wow. I almost scooped a little earlier too. Mine was game 2. Yeah.
I'm gonna say 27:35.
27:35 is Bill's set the over/under.
Okay.
I'll take the over.
Do you know if Jeff knows what his game plan is?
Roughly, I think. I mean, basically, similar to what my game plan was: ultimatum and try and grind down diff. Except he has a landing claw that I didn't, so.
Yeah, I think he would want to, if he could, go to Death Star early, but I think that's going to be dependent on if he knows what's in his use pile, or sorry, his force pile.
Let me change their little.
Right, if he knows like the landing claw and the ship burn is his force pile, he might want to go to Tatooine first. But if he could get the 2 sites so that he could get the Destiny draw at minus.
Yep.
2.
Yep. All right. He does have Baragwin. He does have Baragwin. So, all right, let me do a little intro in case JNAP later cuts this video, cuts them apart for YouTube. This is game 2 of the finals of the Indoor Grand Prix 2022. Game 1 was won by Jeff Lavigne by 15. He is the bottom Qui-Muning player, and he's playing against Brad Reinhold, who is the Set Your Course player at the top of the screen.
He does have a much better chance than you had, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the landing claw alone helps a lot, and he won by 15, I only won by 13, like, all those things add up, for sure.
And so
yeah,
his space
Joe.
is booster and pulsar skate?
Yep.
Okay.
Joe, in your the final battle, you should have close called used his
I know.
draw.
I didn't think he was going to draw up because he purposely, like, he did something that made me not. I know I should have. That was my plan, and then I didn't, and because I thought he might give me another turn of battles. So, yeah. So he pulls Super Laser and CPI before his activate.
And
A little bit of chit-chatting going on. Might be the longest turn we've seen all tournament from Brad.
Is there a way to move this so it's not so like... There's nowhere to put this text. It's not just awkward.
Bottom right would be fine.
Yeah. Alright, so he pulls a War Room. Looks like system was from hand because I don't see 2 Force Blade for KDY.
Did he play like Dakar or something? Can't. Is that
Uh,
the? What systems
yeah,
did he have?
yeah. This and Nolhutta and Dakar, which Dakar is pretty high hyperspeed. I don't know why. I don't know. I
I
think that.
feel like he has steadfast in there, so maybe like move there, activate too. I don't know.
Hmm. So he pays. Oh, so he did pay two to He paid two to pull a system, and then he played the super laser, and he paid one to move the Death Star to Parsec 1.
And Drew too, I think. So what do you think? Is he gonna go
Jeff gets
docking
8.
bay? Docking bay turn 1.
I think so. That depends on what he has. He's gonna search for. He didn't play a Wisa or anything, so he didn't. We'll see if he has speak. If he got no activation, it's gonna be a rough game. He'll just be, even being one turn behind is.
He's gonna want to like look for Ray and then make sure he
Okay,
has
he does have the
activated
speak, so he pulls the farm and speaks for the Jedi Council.
making sure he can get that booster out.
He said that quick view, his ship and claw are in his hand or force pile. Yeah, that'd be good. Be worth drawing for.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he's playing the Luke though, and he's gonna side tour for a saber. So set your course misses at 2 blow-up attempts. Is it just going for normal space trains?
I think it just loses, to be honest.
Yeah. So Brad, actually, I saw there was a Chiranu in there, and so yeah, it would just after I had ultimatum satisfied, he tossed Chiranu to a drain. So if the blow up failed, he'd just drain 2/2/2 at his systems. He wouldn't get to drain at the Death Star. He wouldn't get to make him lose 3 to the blow, and he wouldn't get to retrieve 3, which is huge.
He could fight you for no battle damage at Death Star all game, which would be okay, but not ideal, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, Tarkin Doctrine would still work, and draining with Chiranu would still work, so he's still got game plans. Oh, interesting. That says something about if you blow up Jeddah or something. I don't feel like a Star Destroyer at Jeddah helps him blow up Alderaan.
It adds 1 to his shot.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah, it adds 1 to commence fire ignition. Or super laser weapon destiny draws, which that is.
Okay.
But right now, he's at +5 from the effect, +1 from the system, and -1. So +5 needs to get over an 8. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me make sure that's correct.
Yeah, I'll look up commence. Destiny plus X is a number of Death Star sites on table. Oh, that's CPIV. This is the original one, huh? Death Star sites where opponent has no presence. The opponent's choice of total sites at target or total sites at a rebel base, Yavin 4 or Hoth. There are no Yavin 4 or Hoth locations on table. So it's Destiny plus number of sites Light doesn't have greater than 8, +5 from the Jeremy helper, +1 from the system. So Destiny +6, +1 right now, +7 greater than 8. I don't think he has there tracking us, but Awisa would do a -1. So it's still pretty likely to blow.
Do you guys put your lightsabers on top of or below the character?
Below.
Below.
Yeah. And then starships?
The characters go below the starships.
Yeah.
Do you need me to go active judge correct that? Actually, the rulebook says weapons.
Yeah. And then Coruscant's at the wrong park sec right now.
That's Jeddah. There's no Coruscant out.
No, there's 2 Coruscants over there.
Oh,
To the left of the Tatooine
The
location.
sites, yeah. No, I stack
Come
Twixes
on,
over to the
guys.
side. I don't put all of the Twixes in the middle. Like if there was a Naboo Twix, it would be right there where Jeff just put it. It would not be like in the middle of. In fact, it'd be cool if there was a jump setting that you could just have it stack your Twixes to the side, like a real game, like real Star Wars.
You're gonna have the sights turned
Turn sideways.
90 degrees so that you can finally see them. I gotta say, I really hate the bug of when the site goes in the lost pile.
Justin,
And-
you're
and
saying
they-
go to the war room. What difference does it make if he's at the war room or docking bay?
He wants both. I think he wants both.
Sure. Oh, he means go to the war room in addition, like play a dude and go in.
Yeah.
Stop ignoring why.
Yeah.
Play dude.
Yeah, the y in the equation, the -1.
It's not.
No, Z is the -1.
Yeah, Z is total
Why?
target. It's not minus. Justin was wrong. It's Destiny plus X. X is the total Death Star sites where they have no presence. So it just doesn't take. It doesn't add one for each site, but it doesn't subtract one. The subtract is total number of sites at the target, i.e. Alderaan, or one rebel base, Hoth or Yavin, which there are no sites of any of those. So there's no minus at all. It's just.
Sounds like he should be playing some non-unique or
It does
diamond
minus
site.
from Y. I mean, technically it minuses from Y. It takes away
No, it
from
means you
Y.
don't add. Sure, but
Right.
yeah, each one you occupy means they don't add one, but it doesn't subtract one.
Right.
Yeah, it prevents the plus, but it doesn't reduce. So I mean, even if you're at both of them, which he's doing, he's going to both. Even if you're at both of them, right now, Dark is drawing by being at that system at a +6, so he needs a 3, and if there's a Wisa, he needs a 4. Because he needs a 9, greater than 8, he needs a 9,
Correct,
and he's
yeah.
drawing at a +6. So he needs a 3.
Well, the interesting thing
Hey
about
Justin,
this deck
what do you
is, like,
teach your students? Do you teach them, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, or something else for PEMDAS?
Kieran, I'm not understanding what you're. His students are calculus level, they're more advanced.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
They should know order of operations by then. It is +0 -2. What does that mean, Kieran? Is there? Oh, so what do you draw for Destiny there? Well, you just blew it up for 3. A reduction of plus is minus. I mean, yeah. He drew a 5. Yeah, it's got pretty high Destiny in the deck. Well, that's annoying. That was a big chance for Jeff by getting to both sites, but.
Yeah,
there's
I
no
don't know
rebel
if that was
base
worth
location.
it. Right, because Coward's going to stop one of these drains.
Right.
And I think
I mean, but if he had stopped it, like that's huge. If Brad draws low, if he
well, what did he need to draw there? Do you need to draw
a 3,
a 3?
a 4 if there's a Wisa. So I mean, if he draws
Right.
like
So
a
I guess
2,
if he has Wisa in hand and is thinking about it, then
Yeah.
it's maybe worth it. But like, I can't imagine there's like maybe 2 Destiny 3s in this Dark Side deck.
It's all 1s and 5s.
he peeled the ship. Oh no! In the 3
What?
damage to the to blowing up the thing. When CPI, the war room says opponent loses 3 force when Alderaan blown away, and so then when he peeled off the top, he lost a ship.
Top decked?
losing the claw wouldn't be that bad because you have Baragwin, but losing the ship, I can't think of any way to get. Oh no. You Qui-Muning, peek, bury the card, and then was the ship the first card lost or the second? Because you might be able to just retrieve it here. Coward's out, but it's the second card down. So you go to the farm. Oh, and he's doing it. Look, he just Qui-Gon peeked and moved the card down. There we go. Yeah, peeling the ship would be GG, but he's gonna walkling.
Can he peek and move to the bottom on his opponent's turn?
Yes. So he should.
So he could have, by losing those 3, he would be able to get access to any of the 3.
That's true. Because even if it was the first one lost, you do it on both turns.
But Coward is currently out, which is.
It's like you can hear Joe in his head. Not if you were watching that last game. Okay, well, so he's got to go to farm. That means he needs to have another guy in hand. Hopefully a guy that gets a used pull. But the problem is then he can't used pull the ship. So maybe a guy that doesn't used pull and then a used pull guy. It's all bad. I mean, ideally he'd have the 2/2. He'd drop a guy there, walkling retrieve, and then a guy to the farm, used pull the ship. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe if he has like Baragwin in hand, that would be ideal.
Rose, there you
Huge.
go. Pops walkling. Pays to retrieve. And now let's see.
EB8 too. He needs that.
There's Leia. She's gonna get the use pull for the ship. Ship and presumably Claw are coming out now. Rose is insane.
That would be insane.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. It says Joker King. Now we're
And he
cooking
has a
with
battle
gas.
planes in here?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, once you can start piling on some free damage on the ground and blocking one.
Does he have
It
enough
looks
to do
like
that now?
Brad
I
has
mean,
a maul in hand.
What kind of maul?
With
Was it
the
Lord?
lightsaber, the
Doubles.
plus the drain one.
Okay, Lord Maul, yeah. Okay, so there's Klon Bips. We do know Brad has a get combo in deck. So he's gonna need to find either Baragwin or Rose will retrieve it if he can then use to pull it back.
Why is he deploying to the Death Star?
By having proud dad moments. No, more like why angry. Why did you not put a card down with Black Sun when he's drawing up on you? Up that diff by 1. No, yeah, I'm super happy for him. Jeff has been like working really hard, putting in a bunch of time. Like after Worlds, after I won Worlds with Black Sun, he was like, I need to learn Black Sun. He's like, it's always sort of rotates out in and out is good, and like putting in time to learn it would be useful. And he played a bunch of games with it. He piloted it to a top four in the Jawa Cup and a top 8 in the Gem PC. So he's been starting to play really well.
Yeah, it's a drain of 5 at the system. He should also flip his objective.
Oh, it is steadfast.
Yeah, I didn't see
Can
this.
one of the
starter
active judges make him flip his objective?
Sure. Yeah. I'll go tell him.
It's a drain of 5 there too. He's blocking a drain of 5 versus 3, because steadfast equalizes the 3 icons and then adds 2.
All right.
Yeah, he definitely should have ultimatum out.
Yeah, he'll be playing ultimatum once battle planes comes out, but
Yeah, I mean, so theoretically, he could ultimatum off of the ship too, but then if Brad passes action, then you have to attach anyway, and then ultimatum's not fulfilled. It's not fully fulfilled until, like, if Light's sitting there as Dark, I go, okay, pass control, and Light goes, oh, I have to attach, and then Dark goes, okay, drain 3. So there's no opportunity to fulfill ultimatum with the ship. He does need the extra sight. But Light's gonna drain next turn. 2, 3, 1. Retrieve 1 with Rose, and that'll all be free, so he can do other stuff. So
Yeah, this is looking really good for.
I don't know about really good, but he maybe can cut it to below 15.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know what else. Like other than finding a Bearguin, I don't know what else Jeff would want to have for himself.
The
at this
battle
point.
planes and
Hmm.
Yeah, I wonder what you do here.
oh, he's asking, do you want to detach? Looks like he's going to move his ship. Jeff's like reading it. Is it binder? He's trying to trap him. It is binder. He does detach. Steadfast moves and activates 2. What parsec is Dakar?
I thought it was 5.
5. Okay, and Death Star's at 2.
Hmm.
So that makes sense. Alright, Brad draws. So Jeff's now going to get a round of drains of... did he play? He's shield busted at an ultimatum, so he's going to do 3, 4, 5, 6 and retrieve 1.
Yep.
But Brad has very little loss power right now because he just retrieved deploying a ship last turn, and Light didn't pay to drain on that turn because they did the Rose, Walkling, Leia, solo stuff. So
Right.
and ship, so that was all their force. They didn't drain last turn, so Dark has essentially no loss pile till now. So he roses, he Qui-Gon peaks. Yeah, it's competitive. It's not a quick scoop. That is nice. I still would give an edge to Dark here, but
Dark didn't draw any, or drew like only 1 or 2, right?
Dark, no, he drew like 4 after moving. Maybe only 3. Yeah, he activated 2 from Dakar, and he has none saved right now, and he activated 2 on top of like 2, so I think he drew 4. Which means he could have the get combo or something like that to cancel the claw. Okay, there's the battle planes. Anakin for 5, and then we're gonna.
Doesn't look too good.
What doesn't?
Honestly, for Dark.
Oh yeah,
Actually.
yeah. And there's a Ray, and a used pull. What do you grab with that? What are you looking for here? Yeah, I mean,
Bargwin,
even if
sense.
Like blaster deflection.
yeah, or some kind of like a Hoojix or something. You don't want to get beat down, but I hope
mean,
it
he
wasn't
could
that
get- does he
Saber
play
because
Senses?
Enter the Bureaucrat is in the dark deck. Does he play Senses? I think he might have one. Not
Because
sure.
it cancels the get combo.
Oh, that's true. That'd be good. Yeah, Baragorn, that would be a good card to grab. So he sand cards and stacks a disarmed and a general obi. I think the sand card is it's a tough call because you don't want to take cards out of your life force. That's 3 cards. However, if you risk multiple destinies on the ground, yeah, I think you probably don't play it. But I think yeah. So when Brandon handed this deck to Brad, it had a crack fet. It had like Aura crack fet, and they could if Aura crack fet came down on Mace and hit him and drew 3 destinies, that would be bad. Oh, there's a Baragwin.
Fed doesn't add there.
Oh yeah, against Mace. Yeah, so Luke then or whatever. Like
Yeah.
it would be bad, so that's why he did the sand card. But I think he probably couldn't have afforded to lose 3. Are we expecting any ground? Yeah. Oh yeah, he has Sidious, he has EPP Mara, he has like a Lord Maul. Yeah. Hope he grabbed that sense. Brad has to have a pretty small hand. He drew like 4 last turn. I think he's got like 8 in his hand.
Brad needs Tarkin Doctrine pretty bad.
From Ray's pull with Baragwin lost. What? He hope he grabbed the sense from Ray's pull. Yeah, the Baragwin obviously wasn't in there if it was near the top of his reserve that he lost it here. Probably was looking for Baragwin or something. And okay, so Lord Sidious comes down at the battle plains. Sand card comes out. Okay.
Jeez. Was he tracking that? Sorry about the mess. He retrieved it.
He retrieved it with... Yeah, he could Qui-Muning it into hand. Yeah. Oh, he plays Tarkin Doctrine. That's going to start adding up damage too.
Mm-hmm.
But if Dark moves away right here, Light can just break cover, cancel it, and then on his turn move over and reattach. He doesn't move away. Okay, he protects it.
Nope.
He uses Quietext. Sidious getting to exclude Anakin is annoying. If you were Jeff. So let's see. He's going to break cover. He's going to drain 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again. Just grinding him down. He can Leia retrieve the Baragwin. He can Rose retrieve it. He's got Rose out. It's on top.
Rose and then Lando with Vibroax into his hand.
He checks his deck. It was a Luke and a something. Did he only have 2 there though? If you want to battle and swing, I don't know. All right, so he breaks cover. But thematic. Is battling with Bips reasonable? What to say? You of course have react without. Bips doesn't draw Destiny, I guess. I mean, if Solo and Rey were still available or something, theoretically you could see. Oh, he's going for the Sorry. Is there a Canceller? Yeah, he draws 4/4. Oh ho! And now he drains at the battle plains. Is he going to add one with the Saber? You're risking to enter the Bureaucrat. See how much. Oh, he decides to grab the Sorry combo, so Rose can't retrieve it, and instead will retrieve the Baragwin. Oh, he does drain for 3, and no Enter the Bureaucrat. He has Enter the Bureaucrat. Oh, did he?
Yeah,
I missed it.
Peeled it.
Oh, to that drain. Yeah. Oh yeah, he drained 3 at War Room, but he drained 3 at the War Room, but you wouldn't have put Bureaucrat on just the farm. And then he drained 3 at War Room before Sidious was dead, and so you wouldn't have put it on then either. Yeah, he drained 3 at the War Room.
But you can't play it on your location.
But you can play it on a different location when they drain with that. So he could have drained 3 at the War Room, and then Brad plays it somewhere else, but you wouldn't want to put it on the farm, and you're thinking Sidious is still going to be alive, and then by the time the Sorry happens, you've already missed your window for Enter. But anyway, he didn't have it.
Bargain is almost irrelevant if he's got a sense in his hand.
You can't enter the Bureaucrat your site. Sean, are you trolling? Or are you just really lagged over there in London? Alright, did Maul is going to Lost Paw for some reason?
To take Sidious, I think, with Sith Fury.
Oh, okay. And
Lost
now he's paying to drain. Guess this means he doesn't have a sense. And then he attaches. There's no reserve for Dark. Dark has 6 in force, and it looks like maybe another 10. I think he's probably down to about 16 or so. Light. How did Light get that Baragwin back out?
He Chewie.
Oh, he Rose retrieved, and then Chewie used pull, and then played the Baragwin. Okay, that's gonna be useful in this grindy game because you'll swap for a green card, and then you'll be able to loop it with Baragwin. Especially because you're draining free. If you weren't draining free, you couldn't afford it all, but... Alright, City's coming back down. Yep.
Looks that way.
Something special's coming out. Did you just spend 4? 3 for 4 lumps. So let's see, he spent 3 plus 6 for Sidious is 9 plus 6 to drain is 15. And looks like he has about 2 in deck. It's 1 a.m. Give me a break. What are you doing up at 1 a.m.? Watching Jeff and Brad in this close match. So, yeah, 16 in life force now, and Jeff won by 15. He's looking really good here. He does a Qui-Muning Pook. He just tracked something.
He just found his Git combo.
Ah, still going to take another round of that, and then the ship can move over to Jeddah. There's like an empty system. Drain. So break cover, drain. 2, 3. And 1. And I think his life force is too low now. I think it's below 15. He does account 1. Jeff
We can
has.
still retrieve, right?
Yeah, with Star Destroyers. That's true. That's true. There is the get combo in hand. Mara, EPP Mara. So there's 3 cards in hand. He checks his reserve. It was a 4 and a something. Sorry combo. Pays 2 to stack it. That's going to be game. Sidious dies. He drains 3 there. He doesn't have a Star Destroyer in hand to retrieve.
Yeah, this is over.
Yeah, having crazy Carlos says having a Star Destroyer stacked on Darkside Sand hurts. That's the retrieval. Yeah, besides the 3 lost force, he reattaches. I mean, Jeff's.
He's pretty
He
lucky. The
forgets to
sequence that
exchange with Baragwin.
So he pays 1 to retrieve with something special to get a Star Destroyer back. Sorry, can you repeat the Baragwin comment?
He lost Qui-Gon's lightsaber.
Yeah.
So he should have exchanged for it with Baragwin.
Well, it's on the top. We got the concede. He's too low. Rose, Baragwin, all the everything.
Oh, the Rose.
So
yeah.
Jeff Lavigne, known as Treadwell on Jimp, is your Indoor Grand Prix champion. Congratulations to him. Congrats to Brad on the great run.
Wow, that was crazy.
Yeah, I thought Dark was favored there, but the landing claw's good. And you know what saved him was he top decked the Bips, and he knew exactly what he had to do in terms of Qui-Muning, move the card down, put a guy down for second battleground, retrieve it with Walkling, put a guy down, use pull, play it. Like that was the turn that won him the game.
Yeah, if it was 1 card down, it would have been.
Yeah,
it would have been over.
let me get him in here for an interview.
Yeah, actually, I gotta get going.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll conduct a great interview. All right, see ya.
All right, see you later. Nice commentating with you.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah, of course.
All right, there's no camera on. There's only one working headset, so we'll just kind of like crouch over this mic, and I'll lean in so I can hear if they ask any questions. But yeah, so I've got Jeff Lavigne here, Treadwell, who just won the Indoor Grand Prix. Jeff, how you feeling?
I feel in a state of disbelief. I can't believe that just happened.
What's winning that game?
Winning. I can't believe I won. I was very surprised by that. Going into that last matchup, I won the first game by 15. I made some mistakes. I should have. Can they hear me okay?
Okay, yeah. Let us know if you can hear us.
Yeah, you're fine if you hold it. That's good.
Okay.
So they can hear it? Okay. I won that first game by 15, and I was kind of tilted by it because I should have won. I could have won by more, and I knew what deck Brad was playing for his dark side, and that's a tough matchup. He took out Joe with it the round before, so I was really sweating it. I thought I kind of blew it, but playing that game, everything just sort of lined up perfectly, and he's like, lose 3 to commence, lose 3 to drain. I'm like, shit, this is not going. Oh, probably no profanity. This is not going well. But then, like, as the game progressed, and I was able to dig out my claw and my bips with all the farm pulls, and I was like looking at the math, and I'm like, this is working. I'm winning.
Yeah. How do you feel when you top deck Bips?
I felt fine because I knew where I was in the damage. Like, I top decked it, but there's only 2. I had to lose 2. I top decked it and then one other thing, so I knew I'd be able to put Communing back, and then actually I felt happy because I was going to be able to get into hand.
Use pile instead of it floating.
Yeah. So, and I already had the landing claw from an earlier Communing peak, so I was actually happy to see it come out. If it came out 1 card before then.
Well, so if it came out 1 card before then, you would have wanted to peek on his turn, the lost pile, put it. You had already peeked.
I was fortunate that it came out like it did. And then from that point, I started feeling good. I decided to eat the drain of 3 for a turn, block the drain of 5, and then get ultimatum settled.
Yeah.
Or satisfied.
And the obviously a lot went right too. Both sorry combos, like you had enough to hit Sidious both times.
Yeah.
And
Exactly enough. So that was quite fortunate as well. But even without that, I think I would have been able to get him down below. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how the math would have worked out.
yeah. So you got top 4. Just all in this year, 2022. Top 4 in the Jawa Cup, top 8 in the Gym PC, and now won the Indoor Grand Prix. That's a pretty nice start to the year for you.
Oh wow, thanks. I got to give a lot of shout outs. First and biggest shout out is to you, Joe Olson, yourself. Joe's been working with me for about a year now, maybe more.
Something like that, yeah.
And he's made he's been so generous with his time. Like when I sent him a message like a year ago, like, hey, I'm bad. Can you help me be less bad? I was expecting maybe like a 5 or 10 minute phone call or something. But he's put hours and hours into teaching me the ins and outs of the game, how to use good decks, then how to play the decks well, and just sharing thoughts and everything. So I'm super, super grateful for that. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, it's been fun. I enjoy talking Star Wars.
And then on top of that, I'm also part of the team Killer Bees, and they've been it's been great playing with them and talking decks with them, and I'm at a loss for words. Sorry. And just having people to talk shop with and get a handle on what you're going to play and stuff. So thanks to everyone. The one thing I just want to quickly add is the thing I learned the most in this process for the last couple months is no one can do, or almost no one can do it alone. You need a team, you need people to work with to bounce ideas off of, play test stuff with. So thanks to everyone.
Cool. How you feeling about the game right now? The meta, new sets coming out. I don't know if you had a chance to. Have you seen any of the new set?
I haven't
Cool.
seen any of the new cards,
Cool.
but I'm glad new cards are coming because I'm kind of I think the meta's pretty I think light side needs some help. There's a bunch of cool dark decks that are all really good, and light side it's just a half tier below. It needs some help. So that it has options.
Cool. Well, if you anyone listening to this earlier today, the entire V18 was spoiled with Chris Kelly, so you can go back and watch that stream, and the cards will be released on Tuesday, or the spoilers will be released on Tuesday. The cards will take a little bit longer for the GEMP programming and graphics and all that stuff, but we'll get the spoilers on Tuesday if you didn't see that show. And cool. Well, congrats again, Jeff.
Thank you very much.
Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks Eric and Charlie for commentating today.
Yeah, it was great to watch. Congrats to everyone who made top 8 and everyone who went out there.
Everyone.
I'm excited for Nationals. Have everyone here.
Nationals, yeah. So so there's a PC event on the 20th. Is that what the day is? No, it's the 30th of this month. Is the 1 day PC 20-year anniversary event. It's a 1-day GEMP event, all day online live tournament. And then Nationals is in July in Minnesota. So come out to those events or check out our live streaming.
Yeah, the 15th through the 17th of July.
15th to 17th of July in Minnesota. So book your tickets. I'm on some junk airline that's I don't know what it is, but I don't need Sun Country, but it was so cheap. I was I don't care if you get me there, whatever. So come play online on GEMP on the 30th, come play in Minnesota in person, and thanks everyone for watching.